Convention Centre at Clare Park. Used to be the old goods shed for the trains. His gravestone. He was the minister of the Baptist Chapel. Him and his wife were buried in here, and it reads, Thomas Hoodie, 58 years minister of the gospel and 7th pastor of the Baptist Church at Clare, who fell asleep in Jesus, November the 9th, 1900, aged 89. His theme was Christ. And then it was his wife, also of Elizabeth, his wife, who fell asleep in Jesus, April 8th, 1891, aged 78. Her end was peace. His wife went before him. The chapel used to be before 1859, when they built the new one up the street next to the old school in High Street. Past the graveyard, it runs through the front of the park, or the back of the park where the railway used to run, and runs into where the floodgates are, runs into the River Stour. When I first started this video, we first looked at the floodgates. I've come back to them to see how they are progressing. You can see they've already done one half of the wall, one side of it. They've actually put in new floodgates. They've fixed the part of the wall, so they are getting on, they're doing well. All they've got to do is they've got to fix the other side of the wall by moving the sandbags along, letting the water gush out the other side and putting down the floodgates on the other side, so you only get a little bit of water going there so they can fix the other side. As you can see, this side is still broken. They've got to fix it up like they did on this side with bricks, cement, mortar. This is my house, the one with the red car outside it and the black satellite dish. All these houses in the whole of the circle, which are yellow bricked, were refurbished a few years ago because they were made of stone blocks and it was important for all houses with stone blocks to be changed into bricks. We should have had red bricks, except they didn't order red bricks, they must have ordered yellow bricks. So we are completely different to the rest of the houses. Some have plaster on them, but we were hoping to be the same as the circle over there, where my grandma lives. We were hoping to be red bricks, but we got yellow bricks. Clare is a nice town for tourism and to live in. There are a few points about Clare that I like, and there are a few that I don't really like the traffic problem, for instance, for the tourists. If I was in charge of Clare, I reckon they should hire more buses from Suffolk and Essex villages for people in those villages to actually use the buses and come to Clare, and instead of actually tourists bringing their cars in, more pollution, there would be more space on Market Hill, because most of the cars on there are from tourists. There'll be space all around Clare because they park everywhere, and there'll be just a few buses coming in the morning, maybe the afternoon. They'll just drive away and pick the people up again, and that will save a lot of problems. There isn't much employment in Clare, so when people like me and people in my class and like that live in Clare, I have to actually go out to places like Bury, Haverhill, Sudbury, surrounding big towns to actually get jobs, because there isn't, like I said, not much employment in Clare. The only employment there is about a co-op, newsagents employ a few, the Bell pubs, and there might be a few small shops that actually employ a couple of people, but that's much it, because most of the smaller shops actually are like family shops that run it, like have their own owners, and they don't actually employ anyone to actually come and work for them. There are a few favourite bits about Clare, is like footpaths that I like, because I like walking in Clare, and there's a lot of footpaths in Clare that actually go out to Clare, various villages around Clare, but I do reckon they should actually improve the footpath, because they're all overgrown and that, and I mean you get stung legs and everything, and I do like walking, and it's not a very pleasant way to walk when you get stung legs and needles in them. And the other part of Clare I like is like the ancient house and the church, all that lot. I don't really know why I like it. It's just because it was all to do with one thing. The ancient house is nearly as, I think it's as old as the church. I don't know, but I don't really know. But the ancient house is really nice, as it was refurbished quite a few years ago. And the church has had a few stones put in and cement and that. And I like the clock on it and the weather cocktail. Weather cocktail. No, I mean the rooster thing on the weather vane. That's it. And that's mostly what I like about those two things. And I like the castle mound, because there are a few bits of walls as you go up in the mound into the up the steps. You actually see bits of wall in them, and when you get to the top of the castle, there's a great big bit with a few gravestones in them, and there's the view looking over the park, warden's house, and the other view looking over the town. One of the things I wish that hadn't happened to Clare was that the railway closed down. I remember that my dad actually told me that he used to go on the trains because he's a bit of an old man, you know, and my little brother here loves trains, he really does, and there's only a few tiny little railings left of them. There's a bridge. There's the station's house, which is now the park warden's house, and the platforms are still there, and the waiting room is still there. What's left of it is quite enjoyable to see, but it would have been much enjoyable to actually see trains run through. There would have been a lot more pollution in, well, yeah, as I say, a lot more pollution in Clare, but they would use electric trains, I reckon, now. But I do like the bridge, which I used to go under, which leads off to the walk, goes down near the sewers. But because if you shout in it, it really echoes. It goes, oh no, 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 no. So really funny, yeah. And we walk up the side of it, so. And and the platform, we usually walk along it, and when we get to the end, we don't actually go down it. We jump off the top of it and fall to the ground, and it's quite fun. And the park warden's house is actually, like I said, the station's house, so it's quite interesting house actually. My dad's side of the family have lived in Clare for generations. My dad has actually been tracing back his family history to 1690. He's actually come up to his 8th great granddad, which is great 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 granddad. And really, I think now he said he was going to get further. I mean, I'm going to help him. I'm going to take over when, you know, he gets a bit too old to do it. I want to take over and do it for him. I'll probably get further. I'll probably get to the, probably get to the first, probably get to the 1060s and that, BC. And really, I mean, as I showed you in the film, the stone of William Gowers, which was our second great granddad, his stone with his wife Lydia, and that was his stone. He was, as I say, the second great granddad, and he was part of my dad's family. And up the cemetery there are a lot more my dad's great whatever granddads and grandmas and aunties and uncles and all that sort of thing. And there's a lot more which he hasn't actually found out, but I don't know if he has found out. He might have been up there and seen them and taken pictures and that, but as I say, he got very far with family history and he's doing very well. So that's something that I'm proud of him. And when he's nearly finished, I'll just carry over and then I'll take it somewhere and say, look at this family history I've done. And they might publish a book and give me all the credit. This is the end of the film, sadly. But thank you for watching it, and goodbye. My dad's getting a bit tired of all this cutting out and editing and keep stopping the film and everything to edit all these old bits out that I do wrong, because I'm not very good I'm very camera shy. I don't know how I'm doing this, but and he's getting a bit really tired, he's like, I mean he falls asleep well late, early at night, because he's getting really tired of this. So bye.